a match. It was Park versus La Parka versus L.A. Park. They had never wrestled. We actually did that in Triple Mania for AAA, and the new La Parka, who had been there for many years, more than 10 years already, when the original came back, everybody was with the original. Okay, so as a matter of fact, last year we went to a show, and while La Parka was wrestling, people were screaming "L.A. Park, L.A. Park," like they still didn't want to accept this guy. Okay, so same thing happened with this guy, Nicho Psicosis, the one that you met in WCW. When he leaves the WCW, Antonio Pena takes that name and he gives it to another guy. All right, you have it so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the new Psicosis, and he went through the same shit. Oh, you're not as good as Psicosis. You suck. You're an imposter. Especially when he would go to Tijuana, which Nietzsche was from, he'd really get it. Okay. So he's having, that's who that guy is. He's a second version of Psicosis.
How popular is he in Mexico?
He's pretty popular because the name. Psicosis, because when he left Pena kind of, since he had a strong name, Antonio Pena had him in good angles and stuff like that.
Okay, so what? So you go down, you're doing the triple. You taped Impact in Mexico,
right?
Huh?
Right.
Yeah. How many days were you there?
2.
Okay, so we from the video that we saw, you're at the Impact tapings outside. Was this guy booked on the show?
No.
Oh, so he just showed up.
Right.
Okay, so so let's get.
So let me go forward.
I haven't even heard the tell the story why they won't accept.
Yeah, let me go forward and let me go backwards. I can go forward, and then if you have any other questions, you can ask.
No, just tell us your version of the story. So obviously we've all seen it. So it's like just
yeah. Well, let me tell you how we got here. Okay. Right. So because he just didn't come out of the blue.
Right.
So basically, what happened? Yeah, right. So basically, what happened is around 12 years ago, we decided to do Psicosis versus Psicosis. They'd never faced each other. And
were you booking back then?
Yeah, I was helping book Pena. Okay, me and Pena were booking. Okay, Antonio Pena, the owner. So we had to come up with this idea to put them together in a match. So when Psicosis comes back, the original Nicho, let's call him Nicho. Okay, that's his name, Nicho. So when Nicho comes back, they get into these street fights and all that, and the other guy's taking liberties on Nicho. And Nicho's telling me, hey, bro, I didn't come here to be fighting this fucking guy every fucking night. He's fucking mental. So I go up to him and I go, bro, what's your fucking problem? And he goes, oh, no, man, we're just out there working. I'm trying to make it look good. I go, no, bro, you're taking fucking liberties, all right, because you're trying to prove to everybody that you're better than him because you've been getting heat for being the imposter.
He started stiff Psicosis.
Right. That's part of the gig, bro. That's what did you expect? So we had another match, and he went out there and he tried to legitimately hurt Nicho. So then we had a big event, like how WWE has SummerSlam and all that. Well, we have like 5 big events throughout the year. Well, they were going to face in this big event, and Nicho just didn't show up. That's how serious I knew it was. And I was like, bro, seriously, you're not going to show up? He goes, fuck that guy. He goes, I'm going to go there and I'm going to fucking end up stabbing him or something. This guy's fucking crazy.
So that's how stiff the guy's being with him in the ring.
Yeah,
well,
right.
That's a big deal. Okay.
Yeah, because he's trying to, he's such a mark.
I don't know that. I don't know this guy. I know Psicosis.
Right.
But for Psicosis' concerns to be that as much as like he doesn't even want to show up, like because this guy, he thinks like, it's going to escalate to something else.
Right.
That's Right. But this guy's denying it the whole time.
But in this guy's mediocre mind, right? He's probably thinking, good, I'm showing everybody, I'm the real Psicosis. I'm tougher, right. I'm better. Like fucking guy's mentally unstable. Just even try what he did. But anyways. And so Psicosis left and he didn't want to work. And he didn't want to work with him. And I was like, bro, I told Pena, what are we using this guy for? So we started not to use him. Okay. So now he's thinking in his mind, I have something against him personally. So fast forward, when Vampiro's booking, they're using him. Okay? Vampiro is using him. I come in, I see who I think that I can do business with and the best guys to do business with, and I say, okay, I'm going to work with you guys. You guys, I'm not going to work with. Well, he was out of that group that I didn't want to work with. So he does an interview and he's like, yeah, I'm not in AAA because Konnan doesn't like me. And if Konnan wasn't there, I'd be there, and stuff like that. And he just kept on and on and on. So I put on Twitter, I go, bro, uh, if you were so good, I go, why do I not see you in fucking Nacion, which is ADR's promotion, or CMLL, or Impact? I don't see you anywhere. So maybe it's not me, maybe it's you. And so he kept coming at me on Twitter, and I kept roasting him, right? And so you know how we always talk about guys you don't want to get in Twitter feuds, like Jim Cornette, because Cornette just gonna roast you,
Right.
and people were fucking with him. And I think in that stupid mind of his, he said, "Fuck it, I got to teach this guy a lesson somehow." I don't know what he was thinking, bro. Thing is that I show up to the fucking show, I'm alone, I'm getting out of a fucking van, and next thing I see, he's coming with a whole bunch of guys and a guy filming. I'm thinking, for a split second, I'm thinking this guy's probably trying to tape something for like for his website and trying to get a buzz, because that's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes up and immediately it escalates into, fuck you, man. You need to respect me. I'm the original Nicho. I'm the original Psychosis. You need to respect me like you respect him. I go, bro, what's your fucking what's your problem? What's going on here? Now I see he's with other guys. So I'm kind of looking around. I'm thinking, bro, is this guy going to actually jump me here with these guys? While I'm kind of looking out of my peripherals and I'm trying to defuse the situation, he slaps me. I'm thinking real quick for that split second, bro, if I hit him, I know I'm going to get jumped. I just know I am. I just feel it, you know?
Yeah, but
So I'm,
you're old and you got a bad back. I mean, it was like, if you
well,
had to
bro,
try to defend yourself in a fight, I mean,
bro,
I don't think you want to instigate a fight right there.
well, here's the thing. Later on, I thought to myself, because remember when you made that joke that I put my 2 stents in?
Right.
Bro, I got stents. What if I would have had a heart attack? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I didn't. But anyways, so my first reaction, we would have been 1-on-1. I would have fucking punched the shit out of him, even with a bad heart attack, because I would have been with a bad heart, because that would have been my first reaction. But the minute I saw, bro, if you notice in the thing, I don't know if you can notice in the video, there's like guys around him making sure nobody comes. There's 2 guys on the outside, and I don't know if you see. I heard him when he told the guy, when the guy was filming, he goes, "Okay, that's enough," and he puts the camera down. So I later find out. Well, before I get to that, so I'm thinking at that moment, let me get out of here so I can get into the dressing room and I can get everybody out, right? And so he smacked me, and I'm just thinking, fuck, let me try to get, now he's got some of his tension out. Let me try to get out of here and get in the dressing room. And that's what I did. I went into the dressing room. When I was going into the dressing room, a whole bunch of wrestlers were coming out. They're like, what happened? What happened? I go, bro, this fucking bitch. By the time they went out, he was already gone. And if you notice, nobody got in. There were people in there, nobody got in because they were afraid these thugs were going to fuck them up. Now,
These guys other wrestlers or just his friends?
no, they weren't wrestlers. They were just fans and people hanging out, groupie, fans that hang out.
MS-13.
Yeah. And so, but here's the other thing that's kind of weird. Then I find out later on, because I did an interview for the press, and the interview was like 2 hours after this incident. The video had already been put up, right? So after the interview, they start coming up to me and they go, hey, they were trying to sell us this video. Just the guy wanted credit and they wanted money. So this guy was trying to fucking film a video, try to get paid, try to get a buzz. Now, I don't know if he was trying to tape something where maybe it was edited if I hit him back and he was going to sue me, or he edited in a way where, let me hit him. Konnan looks like a punk ass bitch. I look good, right? Or if maybe I would have hit him and then at the end, everybody's stomping me down, and that's what he puts up. But since no press would, pay or put it up there, they just leaked it out on their own. You know what I'm saying? But bro, what a humongous mistake! What a humongous mistake he made.
You don't tell me, bro. Are you still the Booker of AAA?
Yeah, well, it's
So
not.
the guy literally went confronted and
bro,
assaulted the Booker of AAA because he's not being used in AAA.
Right, because he's not being used. And here's the,
It's like,
here's the thing.
that's the crux of this. That's the story in a nutshell, right?
What a mental case,
Yeah.
And you're thinking, no, but here's the other thing. I'm thinking to myself, Glenn, because he could have gotten some Salvadorian immigrants, street guys that are in Mexico illegally to come. I'm thinking to myself, how ballsy is it that what would have happened if wrestlers would have come out? I mean, they would have kicked the shit out of him and all these guys. Were these guys armed? Did they have knives? How were they going to stop the influx of wrestlers? That, to me, in my head, is like, what was actually going on here? You know, the guy was waiting for me for 3 fucking hours. Okay, this was all prepared. This was all set up. You know, there's a guy taping everything. He's cutting a promo on me. There's guys around me. I'm trying to figure. You know what I'm saying? Like, they caught me quick. Boom, 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 boom. I'm glad I didn't get left laying.
Right.
But believe me, he made a very big mistake.
Plus, it's like you said, you don't know
And it
what
had nothing to do with me giving him work. Go ahead.
you don't know what he might be carrying or the guys around him too. I mean, you got to think
I want to know
about.
where to buy this guy's T-shirt.
Huh?
I want to know where to buy this guy's T-shirt.
That's tremendous. Now,
Uh,
what were you thinking when you were seeing it?
huh?
What were you thinking when you were seeing it?
That's like it looked like. This is what it visually looked like.
Yeah.
Look, how old is that guy?
I don't know, his 40s.
Oh, he is in his 40s.
Yeah, but he's like jacked up, fucking.
Let's just say, it looked like kind of like a
lifting
jacked up, cheesy wrestler. You know, had the tight shirt on and stuff, and you
Yeah.
know, the tight jeans and all that. You know, this looked like some like punk. You
Right.
know, like coming up with like what could you like? You know, I don't know. It's just it did not. You know, if you think that people think that looked bad for you,
Yeah.
I mean, they're just like that. That's like the marks. Anybody in the business
Here,
that watched that realizes that guy just completely fucked up.
right.
You know
This
what I'm
is
saying?
this
Like,
is
anybody
this
in
is,
the business watches that. It's like that's a stupid.
bro.
you know?
You should know. You have no idea how many wrestlers, and I'll tell you off air so you can pop when they see him. They're gonna destroy him. But they've already stepped to him. Like,
Yeah.
this was the dumbest thing he ever did. But
Yeah,
anyways,
exactly. But
here's the other thing that I wanted to tell you.
Well, another thing is,
Here it is. I'm sorry. Hold that thought. So
Yeah.
here's how this is exactly what it is. In the press, he's getting destroyed. They're like, oh, why didn't you come alone? Why didn't you do that 10 years ago? You know, he's got health issues, blah, blah, blah. Like
why'd you
that's
cheap shot him.
yeah, that's
Oh,
the
sorry.
big
I was like-
that's the big narrative, right?
Right.
Then there's this other part because you know people are such marks. Yeah, serves him right. He's always talking shit about Mexico because I'm a heel, and I always bury Mexico. Like, you have no idea. There's
So
nobody
the
that
marks are like buying into it. Oh, he
right.
deserves
Yeah, the fucking send him back to Cuba. Like, I lived there. You know, like, fucking good. I'm glad you slapped the shit out of him. He deserves it. Oh, you're not so hard. You know, yeah, you look like a bitch. You know, shit like that. But bro, he's getting.
Well,
I
here's the thing,
guarantee
too.
you
he
he
needed to
did.
be one of these like, you know, one of these guys that thought he should be champion, but
Right.
actually got over more than he should have. You know,
Right.
because his work isn't that good.
Right.
Like one of those guys like that that was maybe in his back of his mind. He was thinking, hey,
Right.
since Cody is a big heel, I could slap the shit out of him, and that might get me
Right.
over with the
Might
fans.
be.
you
Yeah.
know?
Might be. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like,
I just
so
had
he's
no
like,
idea.
there's a
Yeah.
million variables, and that guy could have
Right.
put in a thing like, you know, to say like this is a good idea, which none of them are a good idea.
Right. Right.
You know,
From a
right? So-
guy that's already shown to be a little bit mentally unstable to begin with. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
right.
So you've got a chance to make a lot of money with the original Nicho. And what do? You go in there and you stiff him, and the guy doesn't want to work with you. Explain to
Could
me
you imagine?
where that even,
Could,
you know what I'm
could
saying?
you imagine if there
Yeah.
was a booker in this business?
Yeah.
Okay, or a wrestler in this business that thought that it would be like that if he had a chance,
He could hit
he
big.
could walk up and like slap Paul Heyman for not getting over to ECW, and that would like help get him work
Right.
in the
Right.
business, like help his career,
Or
you
get
know?
him over on the internet or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's like it's so
Bro.
like I said, the marks, probably most of the marks looked at it and probably thought it was ridiculous too. But
Right.
there's that percentage of marks that looked at like, why did Konnan not do,
Right.
why did Cody right? But anybody else with anybody logic and reason and some sense go, what
Bro,
you're
I'll take
slapping
that
the
L. I'll take
of a
that L.
company? What are you doing? Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
I'll
like what
take
other
that
booker's
L.
gonna think about this? It's like you wouldn't slap the booker of a company that's not using you. It's like you think somebody else is going to hire you. It's like, what if you don't
Right.
want to use him anymore?
Right.
You
Plus,
know?
now the heat that you have with the boys, now the heat that you have with people that are in the business, now the heat that you have with other, you have no idea how many promoters, bro. We're never gonna use that guy. He was always a dick. Now he gave us a reason not to use him, bro. It's been incredible. I just think to myself, stupidest thing you ever did.
It is. Want to get some of the letters this week.
Yeah.
I've not
What were
looked
you
at.
gonna ask me, Joe? I'm sorry.
Oh, it was
I'm
under.
yelled it so long you forgot.
No, it was an Impact. It was the Impact tapings, right? So it's under the
Right.
Impact banner. Well, I mean that's different too. It's not like if it was a AAA event, you can't be fighting. You're the booker, right? But now also under Impact's banner, you can't be getting in a fight outside the tapings. I mean, those
Right.
guys would have to respond to that too. You know,
Yeah.
as far as Impact goes,
He's
even
very lucky,
if you were
bro.
hit first, you know, you
He's-
can't hit.
He's very lucky that. He's very lucky.
Okay, so you ready for the mailbag?
Yeah.
Yeah.